Hi everybody, this is Mark, the Rambling Toffee. I hope everybody's doing great this Thursday. I just thought I'd do a brief reaction video to the great news today that the takeover has finally been completed by the Friedkin Group to take over Everton Football Club. As I can guess, I've been with work today, so I've been trying to keep up with all the information, everything that's been the statements, everybody out there who's been reacting to it and what their thoughts of it. Everybody, obviously, from what I'm seeing, everybody's really positive and really happy about today's decision, and today that finally we've hopefully got competent owners are coming in to bring that stability that we really need, and hopefully to grow this football club forward and obviously get that stability that we all need off the field, and also improve the team on it, because that's the main thing that we all want happening for Everton at the moment. We want the team that's going to grow and actually get better, and actually over a period of time we can start seeing hopefully Everton that we want it to be, which is a team that's we all know wants to be a success, to actually get into European competition, to challenge for trophies again, to have the best players, to actually be what Everton Football Club is all about and what the history of the football club is all about. That what I always say about Neil Satis are up to nothing but the best is good enough. That is a mantra for me. It should be the mantra for the football club, and that's my belief. And the football club over the last few years, and even 30 years in essence, has not followed that mantra. It just wants to survive within the Premier League, and actually just wants to be part of the Premier League, and not want to challenge any further. There was obviously a period of time under the Moyes period of time when we have to scrimp and save to bring in players for cheap money, but he was able to build squads that actually did quite well. And obviously we did get into European competition with them, and we was out with David Moyes and everybody at that period of time, over that 10-year period. And that was the last, we can say, but we were still nearly. We never really pushed on to greater things. When investment was out there available, clubs like Chelsea and so were able to get those investors to come in, and actually they were able to move forward and grow. And obviously we know what's happened with them. I mean, obviously talk about the big six as they do in the Premier League, but this is a monumental day as an Evertonian. For the last 8 years, we've had Bashiri, who came in. We were all excited when he came in. We were all looking forward what we're going to do, and also what players we're going to have. We have that kind of same excitement this time, but we've learned as fans that not to jump the gun. This is going to take a long time to not just stabilise the club, but basically it's going to take time for things to get into place. CEO has not been appointed yet. Obviously, the chairman, executive chairman, has been appointed. Obviously, Dan Friedkin is going to be the main chairman of Everton Football Club. I believe Colin Chong is staying on as a board member. Sorry if I apologise, I have not got the full information of the people who are coming in as the executive chairman. I forgot his name off the top of my head, and also the finance lady who's coming in as well. I forgot off the top of my head. So when I do the podcast on Monday, I'll probably be able to put more meats on the bone. It's out there, the information, obviously, but for me personally, it's absolutely a fantastic, wonderful day, a monumental day in the history of Everton Football Club, and also with the completion of the new stadium looking likely probably today. I believe the testing has been completed by Langer Rourke, and it looks like that'll be passed over. Will it be today or will it be tomorrow? I don't know, and that'll be a further announcement on that. There's a lot of things going on, but for me personally, the last 2-3 years have been absolutely terrible, stressful, depressing. It's been a period of time where struggling on the field, relegation battles, the football being really dire, everything about the club off the field as well. Obviously, the demonstrations that we did, and the protests, the PSR breaches, the points deductions, all the crap that's been thrown over the last 2-3 years because of the ineptness of the previous board and the previous regime. And Mashiri, who came in, I think, hindsight is a wonderful thing, but he should have reset the club right there and then, not kept the people who were in at that time and just let them run it, because the mentality of those people, they couldn't run the club the best way for us, and they needed to be stronger with Mashiri as regards sacking managers or different players that he felt, we would like at the club, when in reality he shouldn't be making them decisions. He shouldn't be having an agent next to him talking to him about this player or that player that he has on his books that'll be great for Everton Football Club, and he going along with it and not going along with the director of football. So for me personally, if he had made the right calls and got the right people in, maybe it'd be in a different world. And we can talk about the stadium. We can say, yes, he's invested a lot of money into the stadium itself, the new stadium, and we can say thank you for that, but not really for the vast majority of the club, off the field and on the field. It's been an absolutely disaster. And for me to say thank you for doing that, if you think about it, he invested money in, yes, he'll have some sort of legacy on that, maybe. But if you think about it, he's gone to other investors who invested money into the stadium. Then somebody else who wants to take over the football club pays off that other investor who was putting in, and vice versa. So he's not really been putting extra money into the stadium for some time. And it's been other investors, like now the Friedkins have obviously come in and they've, paid off, MSP and that to pay for the stadium. And it's, invest into the completion of the stadium. They paid them off, and now they've put money into it, and now we're in a position where tomorrow, if it is tomorrow or today or tomorrow, that the completion and the keys will be handed over to Everton Football Club, and that'll mean it's our stadium. It's not going to be by anybody else. It's been our stadium, and that is the most biggest thing ever for me. And of course, with everybody getting the chance to get their season tickets coming up in January and February, up to March, I think, respectively, to be able to acquire your season ticket for the new stadium. So that's going to be an interesting time as well, and be interesting how much it's going to, with the costs and everything else, where you want to see. So that's exciting as well. So yes, this reaction basically for me, it's absolutely, a wonderful, wonderful day. And I started my podcast because I was fed up with the way that the club were run, the way that the club were run. This is over 2 years or so ago, or 3 years, 2 and a bit years ago, after the Bournemouth win, when we stayed up on that day. And I said, look, the board they need to do something. The owner needs to do something. We need investment. We need to go forward. We need a reset. We need to get things going. And the fact is that we are now, finally, it's taken a while. We've gone through all the pain and all the struggling, and we're going to go through a bit more as we go forward. But what I'm happy and what I'm really confident about is that the people that have taken over our football club are good business people, successful business people. They've got, obviously, their wealth is massive. They've got a lot of money behind them. They've got a lot of good businesses, and we're going to be linked to everything else. The naming rights for the stadium, I hope it's going to be Toyota Stadium, because obviously they're linked to Toyota. The shirt sponsors, we're going to have a complete change, but it's going to take time, and it's going to be exciting, and patience is going to be a virtue here. Of where we're going to go. On the field, obviously, that's the main thing. You know what my thoughts on Sean Dyche is. I think he is not, especially what the statement was from the Friedkins regarding bringing young players through from the academies and bringing them through to the first team. That's not going to fit with Sean Dyche, because as we've seen, we've got some young players. Are they good enough? Are they not good enough? We don't know. But the opportunities, they've been sitting on the bench, they've been given opportunities on sit on the bench, but they've not been opportunities to get to play first team football, to establish themselves, to make an impact, to do something. He's been, and he said all along that he prefers Premier League experienced players in his teams. He prefers people like that. Ashley Young is an example, who's been really good this season. He's played well. And you've got Seamus Coleman, who's given another contract for another year. Obviously, injuries have blinded him. But if you look at Tarkowski and other players, we've got a lot of older players. And he's always looking for experienced players. But now we need to actually start looking at our academies. And okay, the window in January is going to be, we need pace, we need power, because that's what the Premier League is now. We don't have that. We need wingers with pace to get past, and do. And hopefully, with Dominic Calvert-Lewin, he may be on his way still. It may be it's too late. Maybe we don't know. But we need to start looking for the future, because I believe hopefully the summer will be a big window in the summer for players coming in, because we've got so many players out of contract, and it's just so much a thing. But it's exciting times. It's a wonderful day to be a Blue. Happy days. Hopefully we'll find out more about the new CEO, what the plan is with Kevin Felwell. Is he staying on? People know what my thoughts on Kevin Felwell is, but we'll see what the plans is. Is he going to stay on for a period of time? What's the plan on that? Obviously with Sean Dyche as well. It'd be interesting to see if he's actually spoken finally to the Friedkins. Has he actually spoken to him? So it'll be interesting to see what happens with that, as such. So, yeah, it's a positive day, and it's going to be great for the game against Chelsea. I think it's buoyed me up. I know it's buoyed you guys out there, that you're happy and we're settled now. We feel finally we've got something in place. We don't have to worry about finances to an extent. It looks like the debt is being reduced and things like that. Okay, PSR is still something of an issue, but if we do well in the window to bring players in, then, we'll see how it goes. But, we can go to Chelsea game. We know off the field things are, in place now. We know that they'll make the decision on Sean Dyche and on Kevin Felwell at some point when that decision is arrived at. And it's obviously watching the games, and if they see that we're not performing well and see the reaction we get from us, they will make that decision. They probably already know what the plan is, because obviously Sean Dyche has only got until the end of the season in his current contract, and there's been no discussion of him staying on after the summer. And I'm guessing they will be looking for somebody else to come in and start moving this club in the next 5 years, in a plan. I would hope over the next 5 years that somebody who with a long-term contract come in to actually change the club, to bringing young players in and start growing this club and getting it back where it belongs. It's going to take time and patience, and it's going to be frustrating. We've had the amount of pain that we've gone through over the last 3 years. So I think whatever pain we have in the future, it won't bear any significance to what we've had over the last 3 years. So I think let's go on this roller coaster ride. Let's hope it's a nice ride and there's no ups and downs. It can just be a nice straight roller coaster ride, which doesn't have any kind of issues that we're going to have further down the line. So yeah, that's what I want to say. I want to thank everybody, for the support for the podcast. I've not been on for the last couple of weeks. I've been battling a cold and a cough, and I've not really been able to speak until today. I've been catching with my dizzy spells, which adds to the whole thing. So my podcast will be back on Monday. I will be able to review, obviously, the Chelsea game and talk more about the takeover and what will happen next, and also the stadium and lots of other news, because it's just going to keep on coming out week in, week out, and hopefully over a period of time we're going to start seeing our football club grow and grow and become what it should be. Nothing but the best is good enough at this football club, and it needs and I think hopefully the Friedkin Group is going to bring that to back to this wonderful, great football club. On that note, take care. Thank you for listening and watching. I'll speak to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.